Slander. The action or crime of making a false spoken statement damaging to a person's reputation. At one point this week I had a lot of downtime at work, and I just finished shitting on company time, so I decided to scroll for a little bit and check out what was happening on twitter.com. Oh no, the death battle dropped. Miles Morales versus fucking Deku! On the real, I love death battles. Ever since I was a kid, I always wondered how fights between my favorite characters would go. Goku versus Superman, Sonic versus The Flash, Joker versus Ronald McDonald, my sexuality versus my dad leaving. I used to argue about this for the love of the game. My fondest memory is having a 3-day-long argument with my homeboy about whether Vegito or Gogeta would win. That stupid-ass, ugly-ass, dumb-ass, bum-ass, stupid-ass nigga said Vegito, and I obviously went with Goat Geta. This stuff doesn't matter in the long run, but it's fun to talk about. Also, I was right. Death Battle imagines these fights in bombastic sequences that I sure as shit won't animate myself, with hard-hitting facts found off the first paragraph of unrelated characters' wiki pages. They also tend to lose the plot sometimes. You'll notice that some of these matchups are not fucking fair. Do you not understand how much it physically hurt seeing Goku lose to that fucking Boy Scout twice? I mean, it makes sense, I guess, but look at this. Why did Sonic lose to fucking Mario? Why did Shadow even fight Ryuko? Dr. Doom versus Lex? Yeah, okay. Dante versus Bayonetta was awesome. Yang versus Tifa was sick. Deadpool versus Deathstroke was fun. Why did Bardock lose to fucking J.K. Simmons? You also gotta account for the fact that what you accept is based on who you like more in these fights, and whether or not they hate anime that week. Unless it's Doomguy versus Master Chief, chances are you aren't gonna find love for your neighbor. Just search up Death Battle Debunked and you'll find at least 2 counter videos for each death battle. How does anyone have this much time? Which brings us back here. Who on that team has beef with Miles? This gotta be racist one way or another. Have you seen what Deku can do? All Might couldn't even fathom this shit. He wasn't doing this in his prime. Look! He's digging at him! He feels it in his stomach! And Miles Morales, you know that's my nigga, but no fucking taser is taking down a hydrogen bomb. This had to have been curated for the most negative outcome possible, but the results are a mere tiffle compared to what came after. Slander, agendas, power scaling. These were the ingredients used to create the perfect. This is where we reach the Deku Paradox. For those of you who don't know, the Deku Paradox is some shit I made up, which is a phenomenon where no matter what the outcome is, they will be slandered regardless. I believe this is due to 2 things. First, the nature of shonen fans. There is no world where you want to see your favorite character lose any fight, canon or not. Whenever someone dares to bring your GOAT into the conversation, you have a mission. No, a sworn duty to defend them to your last breath and rage bait the fuck out of your opposition. And the second reason is the My Hero Fandom has a reputation for being, you know,
kissing me so suddenly. I didn't take you for a horny little slut. But I guess that's just as fine since you're my horny little.
This is why this guy writes the story and you don't. There's such an intrinsic pull people have to shonen and projecting onto it, whether you want your favorite character to win or kiss a girl. And it sucks to see because Deku is legitimately a good character and a great embodiment of what it means to be a hero. You know, until you can be a hero, even without powers, the man told the hopeful poor boy who was about to get powers in like a really expensive cool fucking mech suit. And I believe hatred towards that sparked some of the most generational hating I'll ever see in this lifetime. Deku won the death battle, overwhelmingly so. The floodgates opened, and the slander pieces rolled out like nobody's business. Deku had just beaten a street tier. All of a sudden, that was all he amounted to. A bully that gets bullied. Oh, if you don't already know, there are power scaling tiers that define what any given character can handle. Street tier means being able to level a small street. City tier can destroy a city. Continental can destroy a continent, planetary, galaxy, universal, you get it. Power scaling is so fucking ridiculous. Some of the most sweaty, unemployed young adults you can think of dedicate their lives to come up with bullshit. For what? For what? These niggas aren't real. Yeah, he solo clears deck diffs yours because he scales to outer dimensional, outerversal, multi-omniversal to the 5th power. What the fuck am I saying? No diff, low diff, mid diff, high diff, clears, fave, solos. I feel like I've been sentenced to a lifetime of strokes. I wouldn't say that I dislike power scaling, but when I read these stories, it's more so to get a grasp of what the author's vision was and what message they were trying to convey to me, what worlds they wanted to show me. But that shit's boring. Check out my goat's feet. Check out my goat's feats. But through this immense insanity, every once in a while, these guys break through and end up being pretty fucking funny.
Bring me more street tiers! Daredevil! Black Widow! Where are you? I'm not satisfied. Not yet. I'll find you. Wonder Pets, what's another point to your loss ratio? Haru Urara! Next time you see your husband's face, is going to be on a silver platter. Minnie Mouse, guys, back up! I'm gonna go 1000%! This is Stiltman after all. I'm the problem you can't solve in Umi City! We're ending this now, Big Wheel! 1 million! Fucking Big Wheel. Lend me some strength, All Might! This is Jeff the Land Shark we're up against!
I want to see another Friday the 13th, but I could do without another Nightmare on Elm Street. Come outside, I swear we won't jump you.
Midoriya walks out of the house, not scared, but smiling, for they all made a fatal mistake. They were on his streets. Street tier. It's over, Gihan! Plus Ultra! Come back here, word girl! I'm not done! I finally found you, Sporticus.
Okay, you are not beating Word Girl or Sporticus. Post Apple Sporticus will leave you retired. I'm pretty sure even the Paw Patrol could unironically do something about Deku. They stopped an entire fucking meteor one time, and the internet is constantly transforming. In just a day, Deku went from being a guy who only fights street tiers to someone whose to someone whose power allows him to beat anyone so long as they're on a stream. This fucking image. I actually did some digging into this guy because I've seen him so much in Agenda Piece. He's from Kengan Ashura and a fucking smoke demon. I don't want to ever run into this guy. It's a guilty pleasure, but I love agendas. It's basically the idea of going so far to slander another series or even another character in a series you enjoy just to prove that someone else is better.
Lend me some hockey, Odin. This is Space Lucci we're up against.
That boy Zoro can cut magma now, huh?
I better keep my ass in this office, or I'm finished! If I leave this desk, I'm fucking finished!
I like to think this exploded during JJK's run, especially during the Fraud Kuna era. Do you not understand how much damage this one image has done to the integrity of Megumi's character?
Meet Potential Man!
Agenda Piece is so fucking funny, man.
Look! Look at this!
It becomes even more beautiful when there's overlap, when the memes from one series is taken to another. Literally yesterday, from the day I'm writing this tweet was sent out to the world, which was in turn responded to by something called a barb. What I've gathered from one Google search is that a barb is someone that'll go to war.
They'll die for their cause!
Kind of like Stans, but instead of annoying white kids, it's annoying white adults. In this case, it was Jean Grey. Oh my lord, everyone started jumping.
He's a freaking baby! What's going on?
Woo gaga.
That boy Franklin is 4 years old now? I better keep my ass in the TVA, or I'm finished! Lend me some power, Phoenix Force. This is 1-month-old Franklin we're up against.
I'm not even an avid comic book reader. I had to ask my friend. I had to go to an external source just to figure out what the fuck was happening. But it wasn't any less hilarious regardless. The Jean Grey account won the ratio but lost the war. What can this kid do? The worst part is a lot of the fun is kind of just one-sided. Jean Grey fans, Wanda fans, fight back, bro! What are you doing? You're down like 10-0! Slander is meant to be met with more slander. Just because you don't understand what's happening doesn't mean you need to call the misogyny card. My culture is not your costume. Though that basically would amount to two grown-ass women jumping a baby, which is pretty fucking funny. And then I had to clock out when Street Deku got involved. Franklin just makes another universe where no streets exist and Street Deku loses. What was the point of this video, man? I don't fucking know. But it was still fun to witness. And I like to hold the optimism that not everyone involved with these arguments are Neanderthals. I like to think that it's just a bunch of people who are in on an inside joke. Besides, at the end of the day, Goku Solo's all a fiction. You're just wrong otherwise. Okay, bye-bye!
You came into this conversation looking for facts? You stupid brat! This is about agenda, not facts or good writing! What the author says doesn't matter! Whoever I call a bum or a goat is exactly that!